What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I promised you this video, so here we are. Today we're diving in and I'm going to show you my exact electronic setup for 2021. You know, Russell Marine did a killer job with my 2021 Phoenix here. I couldn't be more impressed with this electronic setup on this boat. So y'all wanted to see it. I've gotten lots of questions about it, so let's jump in. I'll show you exactly what I got and why. Let's go. So first off, forgive me, the boat is a little dirty. I'm up here in the frozen tundra of the north, and it's a little hard to keep the boat clean when you're traveling back and forth, so forgive me for that. But we're gonna start here in the back of the boat. Right here is the Lowrance Active Target 3-in-1 transducer. Got it mounted on the jack plate. Russell Marine makes this bracket right here, and they installed that nice and neat. And this is what gives me all my structure scan, down imaging, and it will do 2D sonar as well. But I actually have a sonar transducer glassed into the back of the boat here. That way I am able to run that while I'm running on plane. You know, I'll be able to read depth even at full speed with that glassed in transducer. If you had it or if I was using that 3-in-1 transducer, I'll start losing reading once I get on pad. So that's the purpose for that. You have to go into your settings, and I actually have them, the 2D transducer glassed in, plugged into one unit, and the 3-in-1 transducer plugged into the other unit, and you have to go into the settings and choose which one you want your sonar to come from. But that allows me to have sonar and depth reading while I'm running on pad. Very important for running around in shallow water. That way you don't end up wrecking your boat. So that's the transducer that gets all of that done. Take a look in the back compartment here. I have these two AGM batteries for all of my power for my boat, my graphs, my power poles, all that kind of stuff. And we all have it direct wired here. Russell Marine ran these set dedicated power wires for each unit. Got them all my fuses right back here, so if I ever have any issues, I can just pop a fuse and it's all right here. I don't have to dig into my dash or anything like that. It's all right here, ready to go, easy to find. So this is very important, running dedicated power wires to each unit for maximum efficiency, getting the best image, all of that. So the guys at Russell Marine know what they're doing. And if you're looking to get these crazy units installed on your boat, definitely give Russell Marine Products a call, and they can help you out with that. So let's move to the front here. Check out the office. This is the console. This is where I'm sitting and looking around, finding those fish with the Mercury. We got two Lowrance HDS 12 lives. This left one here I use for my mapping. This right one here I use for structure scan, down imaging, as well as 2D sonar in certain situations. So this one right here is the one that's finding the fish, and this one over here is what's helping me navigate around the bodies of water. Here we have a tablet. I'm actually not sure which model this is. I think it's a Samsung, but this here I use for Google Earth as well as Lake Master mapping. Certain lakes have better mapping on the Lake Master, so that's when I'm using this right here. I just got that mounted on a ram mount and kind of redneck ingenuity my way to get that mounted on there, but it's working good so far. So slide on up to the front here. This is where the fish get caught, right here. So we have another Lowrance HDS 12 Live. That's gonna handle most of my mapping and my sonar and down imaging on the front of the boat. Again, I have another Lowrance active imaging 3-in-1 transducer mounted on the trolling motor. That gives me the best image up here. I'm actually able to use side imaging on the front of the boat if I would like. Now, with the Humminbird 360, that's not really applicable, but the option is there. So, next to the Lowrance, we have a Humminbird Helix 12. And this strictly stays on 360. We got the Mega 360 mounted right here. And this helps me find those little pieces of structure out in front of the boat without getting on top of them. You know, this is essentially structure scan in front of the boat without having to idle over top of it. So it's very important, and it's very nice in that shallow water to see those brush piles, see those logs, see anything you want in front of the boat. Then up top here we have the Garmin. This is the Echomap 122 12-inch Garmin, and that is strictly for Livescope. We got the Livescope transducer mounted right here, and that is for seeing in front of the boat for those suspended fish, lining up on structure to make the most efficient cast. So it's very, very useful to have the Garmin Livescope on the front of your boat. All three of these work together. You know, I have a waypoint marked on my Lowrance. This is, you know, the Lowrance I use a lot for waypoint management. So I'll mark an area on the Lowrance. I'll pull up there. I can find it on the Humminbird 360 and say there's a brush pile off to my right a little bit. Then I will point the head of my trolling motor using the Garmin Livescope and get perfectly lined up on that, so I know exactly where to make my first cast and hit that brush pile every single time. So all three of these work together to make a perfect cast every single time. It's the most efficient way to fish offshore structure that I've found, and I'm super impressed with this setup right here. It's really the best of all worlds. You know, it's a lot going on up here, but I am absolutely in love with it. Now, probably the most impressive part of all of this is this BoatLogix mount right here. This piece of aluminum right here, or I guess pieces of aluminum, holds all three of these units together, nice and neat. It just looks so clean on the front of the boat, so strong and durable. You're not gonna break this mount. These units are not gonna come off here. So absolutely love that BoatLogix mount, and I'm super impressed that they can make it work to fit all three of these units stacked so nice and neat on the front of the boat. So if you're looking for a mount to do anything like this, definitely got to check out BoatLogix. But that's it. That's my setup. That is all the electronics that I'm running on the 2021 Phoenix. And I hope to bring you some on the water videos. I just haven't had the time yet. You know, it's still pretty cold in the north, and just haven't had the right day on the right body of water to really show you how all three of these systems work together to make you a better fisherman. So if you're looking for any kind of bass boat electronics, Russell Marine Products is the place to be. I'm going to drop a link down in the description below. Do me a favor, use that link whenever you're looking to purchase any type of bass boat electronics. It'll help me out. It'll help you out. You'll catch more fish. I mean, that's just a win-win in my opinion. So appreciate you guys watching this video. I know I'm ready for the comments. Oh, this is too much. You don't need all that crap to catch fish, yada, yada, yada. Well, I do this for a living. I want to have every tool available to help me catch these fish. Whether it helps me or not, I just feel better knowing that I have all the tools on the table ready to go if the circumstances arise. Perfect example. I just fished a tournament down in Florida, and you know, I spent the day pretty much flipping mats all day long, and I pulled up right at the end of the day and turned on the Garmin, turned on the Humminbird, and I was able to find a brush pile, and using the whole system, I threw over there and caught almost a 6-pounder right at the end of the day, and I ended up getting a check in the tournament because of that. So that one fish right there already paid for any amount of money I could have spent on these electronics. So that's all it takes right there, is one bite throughout the year to make it all worth it for me. So definitely, if you guys are looking to get some new electronics, now is definitely the time. While it's cold, got a lot of great rebates going on over at Russell Marine Products. So check that out, and look forward to hearing from you guys on your thoughts on this electronic setup. So stay tuned for some more videos. We're working on a bunch of stuff here while it's cold out, and we got a little bit of downtime in between tournaments. And appreciate you guys watching. Leave me any likes, comments down below. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next video.